Hi everyone, I'm Governor Noem. Listen, it's no secret that for over a year now, I've been an advocate of removing the sales tax on groceries. But last week, the House of Representatives picked a different tax cut. And yesterday, the Senate Tax Committee put a 2-year sunset on that tax cut, so it will go away in just 2 years. South Dakota is in unprecedented times. You've heard me say that before because over the past few years, we have faced devastating challenges. We've had flooding, bomb cyclone, derechos, and a worldwide pandemic. But here in South Dakota, unlike any other state, we turned those challenges into opportunities. We protected freedom, and we gave every citizen the opportunity to use personal responsibility to make the best decisions for their families and for their businesses. We got through our challenges together, and we are better for it. Today, we're seeing those benefits all around us. Our businesses are growing, they're expanding quicker than ever before. Incomes are going up faster here in South Dakota than any other state. We have the lowest unemployment rates that we've ever seen. And our population, it's growing at 5 times the national average right now because people want to have the quality of life that only South Dakota can provide. Now, because of this, our state has permanently grown our economy. We are bringing in historic state revenues. We've had unprecedented budget surpluses. We're continuing to invest in our next generation. We're funding our priorities, and we're also taking care of people. But I'm here today to ask you all to consider letting the hardworking people of South Dakota keep more of their own money. We are one of only a handful of states that still tax food at grocery stores. I want to help every single person who lives here in our great state. It's the fairest tax cut for all people. It doesn't decide who gets a tax cut and who doesn't, because everybody who lives here, they eat. A single mom trying to put food on the table, senior citizens living on fixed incomes, and even families where both parents have to work to make ends meet. They all are facing record inflation nationwide. Overwhelmingly, the people of South Dakota want this tax eliminated. Now, so far, the legislature has made a very different choice. They are opting for a temporary rate reduction in the overall sales tax rate of 30 cents for every $100 spent. A tax cut that would be that much, it would be a lot smaller for South Dakota residents. In fact, this type of tax cut would benefit non-residents and visitors to South Dakota the same way that it would our citizens. A tax cut that the legislature has proposed, it also will go away in 2 years. It would create instability in our business and our tax environment as it creates an uncertain future. In fact, they have chosen this option because they recognize that the people of South Dakota will support repealing a sales tax on groceries in the near future, and they are worried that they can't afford 2 tax reductions. My question to those legislators today is, then why not give the people of South Dakota what they want now? Why not give them the opportunity to get what they deserve? To keep more of their own money in their pockets to use for their family's benefit as they see fit. The government and elected officials should not be so arrogant as to think that they know better on how to spend somebody else's money. South Dakota has been well governed for generations because our leaders have embraced sound fiscal policy that's based on predictability and certainty. If the legislature pursues a temporary tax cut and instead embraces a spending spree, it will hurt our families and our businesses. Businesses and families will not move to South Dakota for a short-term tax cut of 30 cents for every $100, knowing that it will go away in just 2 years. The more the sales tax rate is flexible and mobile, the easier it will be to raise your taxes in the future. I will not allow it. As we go into the last 2 weeks of legislative session, my hope is that policymakers remember that they work for the people, and that they will be accountable to the people. They'll present me a budget soon, and I will have to decide if it is worthy of my signature or not. I've proven in the past that I am willing to make hard decisions, and I will again, especially if it is something that respects our Constitution and the will of the people. Our state motto is, "Under God the people rule." Well, thanks to the people and their efforts, we have the strongest economy in America, and our citizens are better off than anywhere else in the country. Let's keep it that way.